this semi-final. Oben's waiting in the wings. Who will join him in our grand final, Ryan?
You said fan favourite. I'm sure after the antics towards the crowd, is he still fan favourite? Look at him staring at me over there. Anders preparing for his massive game against LJR Peixoto. I don't know how this game will go. They obviously played in the group stage. It's a rematch from this year's group stage where Anders won both games, but I'm not sure how LJR will approach this one.
When you look back at those previous matchups,
yeah,
3-2, 7-3. Pretty convincing victories the last time out they played that Anders was able to beat LJR Peixoto. But LJR, the only player today who has played every single round. And when you look at that last performance, the 4-3 win against Stingray,
it's a massive win.
It's a big, big confidence booster.
Yeah, I'll be honest, coming into it, I would have thought Stingray would have been the favourite coming into that game. I thought Stingray would have won that game, but LJR performed extremely well. He's dangerous with the first time through ball. You notice that with Cantona in behind. And I'm sure Anders would have had time to realise that, but I don't think you can even stop it if he's in full flow.
Well, let's ask the crowds who are joining us here. Semi-final number 2. Let's have a cheer if you think LJR Peixoto is going to win this game.
Bit subdued.
And if you think Anders Vejrgang is going to go into the grand final, let's hear a cheer.
Oh, a few boos!
This is going to be feisty, and I'm sure Anders knows that as well. Final moments.
There was a bit of a bite between him and Abu Makr in that game. I feel like there was previous history, of course. Anders up against Saudi fan bases, etc. So I feel like there was more in that game.
You've been in these positions before. You've played at the very highest level. When you're in the booth and you're just getting things ready, getting the headset on, and those final few moments, what's going through your mind? Is there a game plan? Is it trying to control the nerves? Is it thinking ahead of what's to come? Like, what do you actually think when you're in there now?
Honestly, I don't think you'll be nervous, especially if the first game of the day, I feel like you're always nervous. But in this moment, Anders is used to this stuff. And he plays into the crowd a lot. I feel like the crowd helps him more than it detters him. Let's say, so maybe for LJ, it might work against him. But for Anders, I feel like it improves him.
I mean, when you look behind them as well, on one side, you've got your brother. You've got a pro player in his own right. Blood.
Yep.
And then Anders, he's had a continuous sort of person behind him.
Changes.
He seems very comfortable now.
Yeah, absolutely. This one, I feel like he's set in stone. It's someone that works well with him. Can't get up how close he is to the screen anymore.
Yes. And that's what they're fighting for. A chance to be in our grand final. Oben is there. We've got 2 games left of the FC Pro Open for the 2025 season. Before our grand final. If you're Oben, are you watching this, or are you locked away?
I would. I remember Levy saying earlier that he didn't even watch the previous round. Yep. For me, I think you kind of have to, though. You just want to see what your opponent does, because, again, if it's repetitions that you could maybe adapt to, it might help you in that last game.
I'm just having a look at the chat as well. There's a lot of LJR fans, and I don't know if it's LJR fans or people who want to see Anders lose.
Anders, you don't know. I'm an Anders fan. I think that the esport needs characters like Anders. It's box office. You need that stuff. You need personalities and people that offer something in front of camera. I feel like Anders is perfect. Yeah,
I mean, we were just waiting, aren't we? Just having a look around. Can you get a glimpse of the screen?
I feel like it's just started.
Yeah, we are. We're underway. LJR Peixoto kicking from left to right in the orange strip. And Anders Vejrgang from right to left, all in white.
Oh, that's one as well. Yeah, just onside. Noticed as well with LJR's team with the pinged pass in midfield. Douglas Luiz, Vitinha, first-time passes. You can driven it into Sauer for a first-time through, but we saw that in the previous round as well.
Anders coming forward here. He's so deadly in these areas. His timing of runs is superb. And within the first couple of minutes, he goes 1-0 up.
Yeah,
Watching about this, like, the technical dribbling, and then he's constantly waiting. We saw it at the back end of last season.
Exactly that.
At the FC Pro World Championships. What is he doing? Because it used to be step over, step over, step over. Now he's adapted.
Yeah, the controlled sprint here. He just takes his time and waits for you to make the mistake. Once you pull a defender out of position, you're going to get punished 9 times out of 10. And Anders is the best in the game for it, in my opinion.
It was an early goal against Abu Makr in the quarterfinals that set him on his way. A 6-2 victory against the Falcons man. LJR Peixoto next in line for our world champion. He was so close last season. And I can see a few people in the chat as well asking about the Mystery Nation, okay? It's England. Lock in. It's time for a semi-final, okay? Humza. Come on, LJR. Anders going to win all. It certainly looks that way at the moment.
Shot cancel was nice there from Anders.
Francisco saying Anders is going to be the champion. Barcelona _SL. Peixoto to win. He's certainly the underdog in this game.
Yeah, I would agree in terms of underdog, but it's such a tough game because the way Anders is playing, once he's in full flow, you kind of want to catch him first game of the day. Once he starts to kick on, he's very, very difficult to stop.
Wins the ball high up the pitch once again. A couple of step-overs coming on from Thierry Henry. Good defending from LJR, stepping in with McManaman. You're looking for that first time over the top through ball.
There's no support, though, unless you look at Sauer to recycle the play here. Good step from Anders.
He's running it back. Most Salah Team of the Year variant. Can open up that finesse shot, but he chose to go inside through Sauer.
The way Anders player switches, just chooses the right person, steps at the right time, is fantastic work.
Recycling onto the edge. Douglas Luiz into Henry. Green timed! 11 minutes gone. Anders leads 2-0.
Got Pie Face in the crowd giving out balls as well, signed by the players, but more importantly, Anders 2-0, the through ball in behind. R9 Ronaldo has to recycle play here, does well to get into the box, and again, the driven pass into Henry, green timed. And it's a great, great start from Anders in this game.
He is.
I just love the way he pep talks himself. Yeah, he just speaks to himself throughout the whole game.
You do hear that undertone.
He's not stop talking about him. I can see him staring at me.
That chatter, that is Anders talking to himself. And is it motivating? Is it?
Yeah, he's been doing it since he came into the scene.
Did you used to talk?
Nah, maybe that's why I know. Maybe that's
why you're real.
Yeah, but yeah, Anders he's a dangerous player, honestly. I'll be honest, my prediction of today, I'll be open and honest, I said it would be a Levy-Anders final, and Levy would win.
You get half right.
Well,
yeah. Predictions aren't our strong point, really.
Yeah, not been the greatest prediction.
Ooh, the referee pulls it back for the free kick. Douglas Luiz has stepped over it. And
this shooting range for me. You take the shot here, Rich?
Let's score this, mate.
I feel like you have to shoot it.
He's got a player on the line, meaning that everyone's going to be onside. Changed it a couple of times. Now Douglas Luiz over it. See that line extended, but not all the way. Looks like Debo Silva. Whipped, 3 bars of power, up and off the wall, and back in the game is LJR Peixoto. Brilliant free kick.
You have to take it, it's in dangerous territory. A free kick there is a very good opportunity to score. LJR needed that straight back into the game, you'll see it. Douglas Luiz stepping up, puts just over 3 bars of power, and the pace of the ball there, whip over the defender on the line, you can't stop it. I feel like free kicks this year, in those situations, it's more the player taking it, making the mistake of maybe too much power, too little power, different type, than the person defending it doing something great, if that makes sense.
Even with a player on the line, if the free kick's good and the power's good, it goes in.
Yeah.
And we saw that on Grav's R3 that he did not too long ago, only a couple of weeks ago. You find it on the FC Pro social media channel still. Since that, I did concede a couple more free kicks as well, so I think got Grav to thank for that. 2-1 here. This is your FC Pro Open semi-final number 2. Oberon is waiting in the grand final, but who will join him? Anders Vejrgang looking to bounce back. Wins himself the corner, whipped straight in. Haaland with the bicycle kick, and it flashes wide of the upright.
What Anders done really well there is that he was with Elise, kind of knew he was going to lose possession, and he just presses tackle straight away. So the defender for LJR there can't really do anything. You're already under pressure from a tackle animation. Ooh. Big mistake, hold on.
He's just waiting for an opportunity to open up to play out with the back, but if it wasn't for Rudiger and that block plus coming in, could have found himself 3-1 down. The corner's whipped in, Rudiger with it. Does he have options going forward? Vitinha, not really the player that you want to be the furthest attacker forward. Player look down the line. Theo Hernandez comes across, pinged pass inside. Mo Salah with the player look to Sauer. Cantona, extra pass to Leao. Buffon there for Anders. The build-up was perfect. Douglas Luiz, again Buffon stands up to be accounted for. This is a good period of pressure. Player look into the box. Van Dijk once again calling Buffon's number.
Knocking at the door, surely.
Douglas Luiz, Cantona. He's got that pinged pass in the locker, but it's good defensive work from Anders. And could there be a counter?
2-1-2 almost.
Coming up the other way. Just slow it down ever so slightly. Still has players out of position though. There's LGR from the attacking corner. Anders can't quite capitalise on it. Since that free kick's been scored, he's done well to...
Extremely well, yeah.
Build.
Because we've seen in previous rounds that, even opening against Jafonso, you can see the second, the third, the game can get away from you before you even blink.
Mo Salah, he is so quick down this right-hand side. Trivela cross, superb! From LJR Peixoto, and finds himself back in the game.
Fair enough, it was coming. I have to be honest, the knocking on the door and you see the crowd, how much that means. They're big fans of LJR to win this game. For Anders, still a long way.
Talk about Salah, it's all Salah this.
Absolutely, powers down the line then, gets past the tackle. The outside of the boot cross there is beautiful, and then you have to do the work in the box to aim it. Fantastic goal.
Is that maybe an avenue that he could get in? Theo Hernandez on that side, rapid plus Salah.
Do you know what the crazy thing is, especially with what we've seen today from LGR? He plays like it's in Fuma with the first time through balls. We haven't really seen much of that. So if he's scoring like this, and then we said it off camera, he's gonna score one when it's the first time through ball. It's just a matter of when. So if he's still scoring from other avenues, only take it as a positive.
2-2. Maybe not the game Anders expected when he went 2-0 up inside the opening 10. R9 inside the box, the driven pass. Well defended. Stepped in with Virgil van Dijk, and see both of those central midfielders, or the deep line playmakers for him. Ping pass plus.
Yeah.
Able to break the thirds more effectively with that play style. Nearly twisted him inside and out. Lock teased with Cantona. That's going to fall nicely for him. And Mo Salah just can't quite get away from Theo Hernandez. Cantona reads the pass. LGR with the chance. Howland gets in front.
Oh my God.
Anders just about plays himself out.
Yeah, LGR has really found a way back into this game, even just suppressing the force of errors there.
Anders comes forward with a chance. It's again that Rudiger just putting himself in the way. What you made of this first 33?
But that was that through ball was on with a triggered run. The first half has been obviously the start when Anders went 2-0 up first. It could have been a nasty game for LJ. He's done really well to come back into it. Could argue he maybe should be in front. Bit of fortune there for Anders, blocked by Rudiger there again.
Oh, what a lovely pass, just into the heart of that defence. The way that Peixoto was defending though, is it viable? A lot of blocks, a lot of last-ditch sort of tackles on the edge. Anders presses way high up the pitch and wins it higher up in the attacking third. It's going to be a free kick. You would imagine. Referee does play advantage, and LJR happy to do it.
First time through ball, he doesn't get it that time.
Real fascinating game here, starting to unravel before our eyes. Feels very end-to-end, even though the score's only 2-2.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you which way this game will go. Could not tell you. First time through ball again, doesn't manage to get behind the defensive line, but you can just see how quickly he can turn defense into attack. Just 2 passes and then he's potentially in on goal.
And even if it is defended,
it's still scary because you have to follow it every time now.
Yeah, he's laid the seed.
Yeah.
Anders probing on the edge of the box, fires it into Son. Good defending from LJR, steps in and wins the ball back. And Mo Salah will clear his lines for him. We're approaching half-time.
Yeah, that's why he's probably decided to keep the ball and be a bit more, well, I say, resort to game management a little bit. You don't want to give away the ball last minutes of the first half, almost did there. Just because, again, when you concede it in these moments, it's painful, to be honest. Just before half-time.
Nothing you can do about it as well sometimes. How many additional minutes are we going to get? Anders with the last chance to go in front at the break, leading.
Good step.
Driven
again.
pass into Van Dijk's path. But that high pressure pays off once again for the day. Lovely play on the edge of the box. It's Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz action at the moment in the middle of the park.
See the goalkeeper movement there as well. Moved him from early, stood him in place as well.
Does LJR just go long here? See himself into half-time. 2-2 the scoreline. That he does. It's a switch of play, and that will do us. Ryan Pessoa, your thoughts after 45 minutes?
I think 2-2 is fair. You could maybe even argue LJR could be up by 1, I would say. But I feel like a 2-2 result right now is fair. Still a long way left in this game, halfway through it. And Anders, I know, will be upset that he was 2-0 up and now it's 2-2.
It's really interesting game. Let's have a look at those goals at the halfway point. I was just having a look at the team, actually. I was looking down to see who maybe could change it for either player at this moment. These were Anders' 2 goals to put him in front. And then the turning point in that game, 15 minutes in, Douglas Luiz stepping over the free kick. That Trivela cross is on the money. And then from 25 to 45, there wasn't a lot of clear-cut chances. You had a look at those teams. Was there anything that you saw? I mean, Dalglish, probably not going to feature. Elise, we've not seen much of so far from LJR.
Yeah, I don't think it's... I was just curiously just checking just to see potentially if the game does stick like this.
It's a lovely pass on the play along. LJR in on goal. Goes for the chip. It's heroic from Buffon to stand up to it. That's a big chance squandered in the opening stage of this second half. Anders teases his way forward. Since he conceded that second goal, Peixoto, you've got to say, has defended heroically.
Yeah, he's been incredible.
Gets right.
Yeah.
Sauer holding off Haaland.
Great build-up from LJR in this game.
And Leao's got the pace to get past Stam. Nice little McGeady cancel, a couple of step-overs. Opens up the space in the hole for Douglas Luiz. That big pass.
It's very unlucky. Anders can counter here, though.
Well, he's past the DMs now, isn't he? He's onto a back 4, and that's all he's got to cope with.
One thing I'll say about Anders, maybe famous last words, he might actually score from this attack. Great play! Oh, it's beautiful.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. It's great play from Anders. I was actually going to say, I feel like a lot of the players, when it comes to the meta of the game, first time through balls, wherever it is, you never really see that from Anders. Don't know if that could be to detriment of some of his games, but just look at the way he can just dissect his opponent. First time passes, choosing the right option every time. When
you look at that, he stepped with Van Dijk, and that was the one. As soon as he moves out and didn't win it.
And in the previous times, when he hasn't stepped, or when he does correctly with the right player, wins the ball back. The moment you make that one mistake against somebody like Anders,
opens up, and then you start panicking defensively.
All over the place. I still wouldn't be too deflated if I was LJR. I feel like
played well.
Played extremely well. There's still options and a lot of time available to get back into it.
Yeah, this is the closest game we've seen from Anders. Obviously, we saw him against Abby Maka earlier on today in the quarter-finals.
Yeah.
But even when you look back at his group, he was top with a game to spare going into the last round. "55 minutes on the clock."
Great play lock again.
See this attack come through here. Eric Cantona into Sauer. That dink over the top doesn't come to anything. Let's head on over to FG in the audience. FG, who you got?
Thank you very much, Mr. Buckley. I'm joined by Jude. Jude, how you finding it? How you finding today?
Yeah, it's been a good day. Like, the players have been putting in like a lot of work, a lot of goals, a lot of good passing. Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win this game then between Anders and Peixoto?
I think LDR can come back in it and still win, I think.
Okay, and also I want to throw, before we throw back to Mr. Ryan Pessoa, who seems to find himself on the red list all the time. And what's been your best pack of FC25?
I packed Team of the Year Salah, so yeah.
How many wins do you get in the weekend league? More than Mr. Buckley?
Probably not.
He's being too modest, mate. All right, we're going to throw back to the commentary team.
Nice.
Thank you, mate.
That's a smart man right there.
Should have asked if it was more than FG.
It's not hard. Just got to require. Oh, he was speaking with Jude in the crowd. Not too much happening.
Great ball. Anders.
He joins at the perfect time, and Anders has got the distance between him, leads 4 goals to 2.
It's a great goal. Can't wait to see the replay here for those at home, just to make you aware of just the way he picks the right passes here. Son, look at the way LGR steps here with Salah. Thinks that pass is there, cuts back in. Son's open. The touch back from where it came with Henry and the near post. Great finish.
Less exuberant celebrations this time around.
Yeah, as I said, there was a bit of a... it was a grudge match in a way. But I don't even think it was maybe targeted at Abu.
I also probably think when he looks at this game, it's much tighter. He went
Can't
to
really
look,
be
maybe he
quick,
thought he could have got a third and a fourth,
Maybe.
the celebration comes out. But there was periods of this game, 25 to 45, where Peixoto was creating.
Yeah.
And could have gone in front. And he's still in this game.
100%.
Let's
100%.
Let's not count him out. It was 2-0 down and then equalised to make it 2-2. Just got to do the same again from 4-2 to 4-4, and we've got a tight game going into the last couple of minutes. However, Anders Vejrgang, like the apex predator, can probably smell blood in the water and thinks a 5th and a 6th books him a place in back-to-back FC Pro Open finals. Be a fascinating final 15.
Great step again from Anders. He always seems, the moment he wins the ball, the main target are the strikers.
Yeah.
Just wants the ball to feet, whether it's to Henry or R9. Is that onside?
Still Hernandez.
Yes. You know me, Rich. I know the line, you know.
Linesman Pessoa had that flag up. You ever run the line?
Never. Well, you know, when you're a kid, you're on the bench, you got to do it. Good step again. Unlucky there from LJR. It's very aggressive now. I feel like he has to. Last moments in the game. Well, not last moments. It's coming up to the last moments. You want to make sure that you have possession, because we saw the way Anders can sort of kill the clock.
Beautiful play in and around the box. Anders Vejrgang trying to tease that one through. Sauer does have the long ball pass plus in the locker.
Yeah,
Delau has got no chance of getting back up towards Liao there. This attack quite not over yet. Lovely driven pass. Cantona twisting, turning.
The shot cancels. Oh, it's lovely.
Unbelievable from Peixoto. The reversal has to go back into the space, and he's back in this game.
It's a great goal from LJR. He needed that as well. The shot cancel in the box was perfect because it would have been blocked. It was great defending from Anders initially. The driven pass there, you'll see Liao in the box. Cantona, this is where the magic happens. He shot cancels there, reverse elastico, and then a shot across the goalkeeper there. That's a massive goal. It's what, 15 minutes or so left, Richard, in this game.
Game on. Game well and truly on. So just have a little look at the chat there. It erupts. In Peixoto, celebration. 4 goals to 3. Anders Vejrgang leads. If you are just joining us, this is the semi-finals of the FC Pro Open 2025. The winner will play the Italian Oberon in our grand final. Taking home
It's rushed that.
the trophy the accolade and $100,000. But who will be taking him on? Anders Vejrgang looks to go 5-3 up. What a tackle from Rudiger.
Great tackle. The pass there from Anders was timed to perfection as well.
Those play along once again, just proving pivotal. He doesn't have the right back to be able to contest with Liao and Tio. Cantona in the box. Harley puts across and bundles him off it. Did he overcomplicate it? I will ask Ryan as soon as this attack is finished, because at the moment there is no time to take your eyes off this.
Oh my goodness, I thought Anders was going to try and play a first-time pass. The chance in the box there is difficult because Anders sort of cuts the... He's got the defender between the goal there, so it's hard to get a shot at goal that you'd expect to go in.
You can't understate how impressive this game is right now. Yeah. Two of the best players on the planet going head-to-head is an unbelievable level that they're setting. The quarterfinals, there were some real big scorelines. Both semi-finals, super competitive, super tight. Anders comes forward once again. Thierry Henry
fakes the speed boost.
So many minute decision-making opportunities that are being teased and faked before a player actually commits to doing something. Sauer, player lock, straight down the middle of the pitch, into Cantona. Rafael Leao now tries to thread it through. A bundle off the ball, big chance for LJR. Down the byline, Sauer into Douglas Luiz. Does he have a ping pass into the box? Superb! Free time!
Fair enough.
Level game going into the final 6 minutes.
This second half, anytime LJR gets the ball in those areas, he's been looking so dangerous. You see the crowd as well in support of him. The player looks are sensational here. The fact he manages to get the space there with Liao, just triggering him and timing it perfectly, and then the near post green time shot, magical.
For people who are watching this, maybe in this audience, people at home who aren't watching every single week, who aren't watching the virtual leagues, what does it actually take to get on that stage and play at this level?
But for somebody like LJR, if we're speaking about him specifically, it's the decision making. A lot of people can get in those areas. It's not hard to get into the final third. It's just about making the right choices and in all important moments. A lot of people, again, look at the clock, you panic, you're spamming pass, and you're just hoping it goes through. He takes his time, makes the right choice, and a fantastic goal as well.
5 minutes left to play. Will we have a winner? Will we need extra time?
I'm actually sensing a winner, but I've been wrong with my predictions the whole of today. So.
You've been all wrong. We said we're sure we're going to win about 3 months ago.
Right? Yeah.
Didn't even make it to the finals.
Maybe I'm the jinx, I said level.
Anders has given LJR potentially the last chance in regulation time to win this ball game.
He's on
88 minutes on the clock.
I think for Anders, he has to play for last attack. You'd assume anyway, at least until you see how long's added on.
LJR this season hasn't been able to get a win on that stage against Anders Vejrgang. They were in the same group and Anders beat him on 2 separate occasions. Will it be revenge for LJR or will it be a repeat result for Anders Vejrgang?
+2.
There's only one way to find out, and we're going to see one final attack here from Anders Vejrgang. He waits for the clock to tick down. His triggers, runs forward.
Can't lose it.
Son into Gravenberch. Douglas Luiz, does he try and fire this ball through the pitch? He doesn't. Now he goes forward, can't go backwards. Son into Henry. The touch just didn't quite bring it under. We're going to extra time. Let's get a bit of applause for these two. This is an unbelievable game.
A fantastic game. I thought just at the end there, it was around the 90th minute with about a couple seconds gone. I feel like he could have played it down line. They wanted to wait just to make sure that if he did lose the ball, he couldn't be punished. And you can't really argue with that. We're going to see the goals again in this game. You spoke about Anders starting off very, very well. 2 minutes in, took the lead. 10 minutes in again, finds his way in the area, green to the near post. But this is where LJR, the tide started to shift, Richard, from the free kick.
Yeah, it certainly did. 5 minutes later, look at that. Eric Cantona, diving header. Cantona was his player to turn to in desperation. 51 minutes, 60 minutes, Anders got a fourth, and I think for a lot of people in here, for a lot of people online, Ryan, they thought Anders were going to sail away to victory, but it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, all of the goals in the second half were unbelievable. Just the way they worked and dissected their opponents. Again, there's a skill to that. It might look simple, but then you try it. And in the champs, get alone. It's not easy.
It's a long extra time period, 9-minute halves. It feels... Very rarely do we actually get to penalties because of the extra time, the length of it. Who's going to come out firing? Vitinha into Douglas Luiz.
Great keeper movement as well. Fantastic keeper movement. He knows that if he shoots across goal, it will be blocked. He has to move the keeper to the near post.
LJR Peixoto trying to create something from the corner. Wins the bundle versus Elise. Mohamed Salah. It's aggressive defending.
Wow.
Is it aggressive defending or is it perfect defending?
Can you get there? Just about.
Worrell's away from Rudiger. Couple of step overs, looks to accelerate into the space. As LJR looks to that first time over the top through ball that he's become so familiar for. Stepping out, stopping the finesse from Elise. R9, does he have a skill move in the locker? What can Anders cook up? Nothing on this occasion. As we go into
Thought it was going to be a penalty.
another attack for LJR Peixoto.
Look at the triggered run there.
Superb.
In behind.
Cantona in the space, waiting. Is he overplayed? Sauer with the chance. Teo Hernandez takes it off her toe. There had to be a shot earlier.
A little bit too much there, and you're going to get punished like that against Anders.
Anders up against Van Dijk, and LJR is reckless defending. That's the only word for it with Teo Hernandez. Will he get punished for it? Yes, he will. Anders Vejrgang back in front. Should have scored at one end, concedes at the other.
That's how brutal FC competitive team can be. You make a mistake offensively there, straight down the other end. Anders with the composure and the decision making. You'll see here just a pass, first time into Henry. Gets a bit fortunate, to be honest, because Van Dijk does sort of get animated off the ball there.
Is this the best game level-wise we've seen on the stage this season?
100%. Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
The minute details, the fakes, the player locks, utilising the play styles to perfection, the aggressive defending. It's all there.
It's the decision making for me that I have to keep honing in on. Again, for those at home, it looks easy because you're just choosing the right passes, the right moments to dribble and shoot. It's not easy at all.
This is LJR's best performance on the stage.
Oh yeah, his best performance against Anders this season. We've seen in the previous games where he lost, even 3-2. Anders, for me, right now is playing at his peak powers, but then LJR is matching him as well.
When you look at who he's beat today, Emre Yilmaz, it seems a long time ago.
Yeah.
He then took Stingray on, 4-3.
Yeah.
Now he's up against Anders. It's a gauntlet that he's had to get through. And if he was to beat Anders Vejrgang here, well and truly deserving of that grand final. But Anders will not lay down. He will not go without a fight, and he will look to come forward. Michael Elise, who stings the hands of Edwin van der Sar.
One thing I noticed as well, and you see, Anders has always been like this, but he doesn't play a lock. He doesn't do a lot of the creative runs off the ball. Nothing extraordinary. Just triggering runs, matching it, and making sure the timing is right. Green timing his shots and making them count. He's just so perfect without taking it up a level.
And for a lot of people, Peixoto he's a fantastic player, but we've not seen a lot of him in the, shall we say, sort of FC era.
Yeah, not in recent, agreed.
We're going to see a lot more of him this season.
100%. World Championship spot already, Virtual League as well. Still potentially a final if he manages to get back in.
Anders, who's dominated the FC era, goes 6-4 up with only 15 minutes of extra time to play.
That's a big goal. I was speaking potentially about a comeback. You never know, but a 2-goal lead going into the second half of extra time. You see the build-up, Gravenberch. Emre Yilmaz's play right, and takes the touch there. Doesn't green it, still goes in though. Precision shooting right into the corner. Look at him.
This game has gone 2-0, 2-2, 4-2, 4-4, 6-4.
Okay, you think that you're sent to the
LJR's got 15 minutes to get 2 goals. To level it up 6 apiece.
It's
not a lot of time.
It's not a lot of time, especially in extra time, because you know Anders will just look to keep the ball. Not necessarily for the whole duration, it's impossible, but you can kill 3-4 minutes quite easily.
When you look at this bench, is there anyone to come on maybe and change the game for him? Elise.
Juan Mati.
Is now the time to throw the kitchen sink?
I don't think you go all out at the start. But then maybe you do. We'll see the goals in extra time. This is one to make it 5-4. Elise, that pass there from Son is great. Again, I still think it's quite lucky.
Yeah, Van Dijk should tackle.
It is quite lucky, to be honest with you. I feel like it is. But then this goal, no elements of luck, just crucial build-up play, and then the passing. You just waited for him to change cursor, and then look, he's in no man's land. You kind of just sort of flutter in between. Who do you step? Do you try and track the run?
If that's the other way around, if it's Van Dijk who's stepping in to try and block that, does he get the block plus animation?
I think he does, yeah. But then he's already too deep into the box. It kind of gives the advantage to Anders. It's favourable.
But look at Anders from now compared to the Abu Maka game. It's almost different people.
Yeah, it is. But there was a grudge match. It was a grudge match, I'm telling you. It was for the Saudi fans.
And again, that won't be the last we see of that this season.
No.
I can guarantee you. Just having a look, actually, I'm trying to see LJR's screen. If there is any changes being made, I think he's ready to go, by the looks of it. Let us know at home. Who wins this game? 15 minutes left to play. It is going to be a grandstand extra time period. "15 minutes. Everyone in this crowd, is Anders Vejrgang one of your grand finalists?"
They think so.
They think so.
It's hard to disagree, obviously. He's in the lead by 2, but I still... If LJR can get a goal in maybe the first 7 minutes, you never know. But 2 goals, the deficit to climb. You'll see, just look at Anders is going to slow the pace of this game down completely.
Another pause cued there from LJR.
This is what I mean. You're just chasing shadows, and before you know it, look, 3 minutes have gone already. I don't know whose throwing that is, but I think he got the nod of approval.
It quickly dwindles, doesn't it, at the time?
Yeah, he got the nod of approval. It's time to go all out. You have to. Now you do. I think at the start, maybe, I didn't know who would have kickoff, to be honest, at the start, but there's time left, but I just don't. I would back Anders to see it out.
You've done some pretty heroic comebacks in your time.
For and against.
I remember one at the G-Finity Arena.
What, 2019?
Yep.
Yeah, insane comment, I'll be honest.
So got that saved, don't you? Clipped.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Changes are being made right now. Just at a glance.
I'm just looking at the pep talk that he's given himself.
Yeah.
He knows.
If he can get to 115, 116 minutes, he probably knows it's game over.
I want to know whose throw this is, because I feel like that's important again. Because if Anders gets it and he's calm and composed, 3-4 minutes again. Yeah. It's already on the 109th minute or so the time just ticks on.
Yeah, absolutely. What we got coming up for you, Oberon in the grand final, ready and waiting to take on one of these two. It has been an unbelievable game of FC. I'm sure we'll all show our appreciation at the end of this game for these two competitors. Anders in possession. If you're an RB Leipzig fan, if you're an Anders Vejrgang fan, you're in pole position right now, but that pass just gives LJR a glimmer of hope. He's already done unbelievable feats in today's finals. But is it just one step too far? This ball gets knocked around at a leisurely pace for Anders Vejrgang. The press from LJR is intense. He's high up the pitch. That's going to fall Anders' way. And the Son wheels away. Does he look for another goal? Does he play the possession game? Son at the near post forces the save from Van der Sar. It's up, but it's not away. And LJR gets a chance.
Rushed it. But then I don't blame him either. I feel like you kind of have to.
Has to be rushed.
When you play against, that's what I'm saying, when you play against people that, or players that are time wasting a little bit there, rightly so, to be honest, you panic when you retrieve possession.
I mean, you're time wasting for $60,000.
Worth it, absolutely. Game management in this situation.
Everyone in here
100%.
would see the club down for $60,000.
100%. People do it for free on Champs.
To get terrible rewards as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting 88 plus picks, getting endless.
An extra team of the week.
Endlessly.
People are keeping the ball.
Yeah.
And even here, just looking, you see the clock, it might be 5 seconds, but you just watch the replay and try and get as many seconds off the clock. It's a tough moment, though, for LJR, because I feel like he's played a great game.
So close, isn't it? On another day, it could be 6-4 the other way. Anders' closest shave so far in the knockouts. Coming to the hands of LJR Peixoto. Representing FC Lorient. That's dinked over the top. Cantona brings it under, but can't get away from Erling Haalanders. Anders Vejrgang runs back to his own goal. I think he realises.
Who shouted that? Was that him?
That was Anders.
Yeah, Anders knows. Job done.
Talk to me about this game, Ryan.
Two of the highest, to me, it's the highest level from both competitors. We've seen it where it's one player is a blowout. Puma against Paulo Neto on Monday, 14-3 or whatever it was. We've seen top level from one player, but from both, I don't think we've seen it at this level. And Anders with a green time shot. And there's the celebration. He stands up and he talks to the crowd.
Anders Vejrgang. Back-to-back FC Pro Open Grand Finals. He lost in heartbreaking fashion last year against PhD. He's got a chance to go one step further and lift that trophy. A win on the other side for LJR Peixoto.
It's a round of applause situation for me. We'll see the goal here as well, just quickly. The green tight finesse into the corner. LJR's been superb. Genuinely, very, very good performance today. Not just in this game, but in the previous rounds. And to secure a spot at the World Championships later this season would have been one of the aims. And, of course, he managed to do that. But as you said, Anders, it's not a rematch. I would have loved to see it.
He's very particular of players being in the right position, players having the right kit number, making sure that he plays at home, or he'll wait. He'll delay the entire show. People miss tubes to make sure that he gets the right settings for the game.
A very odd story about Anders Vejrgang, by the way, this morning. He came in at 11 AM. There's a snack room in the players' area. He went and raided all the white chocolate bars, all of them, 6 of them, put them around his desk. I went near his desk. He wouldn't let me touch his controller. He wouldn't let me look at his team. You're absolutely right in terms of superstitions. We've sat there before games. 15 minutes we waited once for Anders Vejrgang to go through all of his team, change all the kit numbers, camera settings, controller settings, everything has to be perfect from him. And another point on it, it would be his 4th major final in the last 12 months. So are we ready to jump into this one? Are you ready, London? Can we hear you? It's the big final. Anders Vejrgang up against Obram. $100,000 on the line. And a new name guaranteed to be on that trophy. There are so many storylines to this one. We can only pray and hope that we get a final like we did last year.
I'm praying for it, because could you imagine the scenes here in London if we have a screamer in the last minute of the game again?
Anything's possible.
I'll tell you one thing that's possible, Richard. These world rankings are going to change.
100%.
Anders Vejrgang currently 3rd in the world rankings. Obram 21st. The points on the line for this one will be huge. They will be ridiculous.
Do either of these two look nervous? Last chance we get to see him before kickoff.
It doesn't look like it. Obram seems calm. Anders is calm as well. I think we're all ready for the final in this beautiful venue.
One of the big differences as well, Anders Vejrgang, he won't wear a headset. He won't listen to music. He will just sit there and hear everything. From what we're saying to what the crowd is saying, that's why he's been giving you all such a reaction when it has been going well for him. For Obram, though, he didn't look safe. He didn't look sound against Levy. It wasn't an easy game for him. But it was the moments in it where he stepped up.
You were commentating that game. I don't necessarily think he played well in that game.
For about 45 minutes, Richard, he wasn't in it.
Yeah, he still won.
Well, this is it then, people. The big grand final in London, your FC Pro Open final. Obram with the first start in it. We only pray it can be a final just like last year's. That had extra time, had a 120th minute winner in it. But the thing that it didn't have was Anders Vejrgang lifting that FC Pro Open trophy, which is why he's back this year to try and right those wrongs.
I mean, first formations 4-2-1-3 against 4-2-1-3, and the main thing we see from these first 3 minutes, Auburn is not scared.
No, not at all.
Well, let's hear from you at home as well. Who do you think is going to win this one? I'm sure you've all got your predictions, all got your favourites. Keep in mind as well, those FC Pro Live items you see on screen as well. It's a huge opportunity for one of these players to get the best +1 upgrade. The $100,000. Here's Anders Vejrgang early doors. What a tackle penalty! Is it going to be a yellow or a red card though? 5 minutes in. This is the dream start. Douglas Luiz of all people to step up from Anders Vejrgang. And he will lead this grand final by a 1-0. It might be a strike of luck. Or maybe it was a misclick of a button there from Auburn.
Bullseye from Anders Vejrgang. Hits the top corner. Let's have a little look at it.
It seems like a penalty.
It looks like he pressed circle and came across him.
He pressed circle and it was a penalty. And the way he right-stick switch in the last moment to have an extra touch with Thierry Henry was just beautiful.
Well, I don't mean to worry anyone at home, but Anders Vejrgang won a World Championship, a 7-0 win back in the summer last year.
And the game was done by 30-35 minutes. We were commentating that one. And by 70-75, I ran out of adjectives.
It wasn't the most entertaining grand final from a both side point of view. It was just one-way traffic the whole way. Obram, straight back to you, my friend, from kickoff. Should have a free kick on the edge of the box. 7 minutes in.
You've got to hit it.
Is this going in?
You've got to hit it.
They're like penalties if you get these right.
Dead ball plus.
Cole Palmer steps up from the free kick and it goes in.
Dead ball plus.
What a grand final we've already had. 7 minutes in. Obram. He is back. And Anders Vejrgang didn't like that one.
Quite funny, say it's like a pen grab. We saw a penalty and then a free kick 20 yards out, up and over the wall 3 times. All you got to do is get on target when you've got someone like Palmer over it.
How important is it though, Grabberson, to have that down to a T in these moments, those free kicks, knowing exactly how to take them?
It's so important because it feels like a penalty, especially with the double plus. If you go, we explained it in our 3 a couple of weeks ago. If you press L1 for a better shot chance, you gotta press 2 bar, 3 bar. It's just gonna go in. Doesn't matter if you move the keeper, if you don't move the keeper, if you put a player. Doesn't matter. It's gonna go in.
I think you were part of the most viral FCIQ clip that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
In case you haven't seen that, head over to the TikTok channel of EA Sports FC Pro. You can catch up with our FCIQ weekly updates of how you can improve at home and how you can take the perfect free kick. What a start this has been, by the way. 7 minutes in. Keep your support coming in for both of these two players. $100,000 on the line. So important. With Albrum was able to pull a goal back there. Can Anders Vejrgang turn? Reverse Elastico into a red time finish.
The patience is everything. He was just waiting and waiting for Douglas Luiz when he was on the possession of the ball. For Auburn to move someone, to open up the middle of the pitch with that ping pass plus and then can play with acceleration, with pace in the final third.
Another thing that I want to tell people at home, if you have 50,000 coins, you got to go for Douglas Luiz Glover Trotter. I mean, he's starting...
Sorry.
Douglas Luiz what?
I thought it was a Glover Trotter, sorry.
Sorry, a Globetrotter?
That's how I pronounce it in Spain.
Is that the same in Spanish?
Yeah.
I've got a new item.
I thought you were about a new promo there, Grabson. You were teasing us. As I said before, the winner of this game, their FC Pro Live item, will get a +1 overall, a skill move or a weak foot upgrade, and a play style plus, another one. So if you are a Xavi Simons owner,
He's in.
or Singer, you could be through. Here's Henry. Can Haaland track it back? He did, but Gigi Buffon also tracked the save as well. Quick corner to play, and this is Obram. Where's this one going to end up? Saliba.
Oh, that was good.
Off the back of the boot of Teo Hernandez, another corner comes in. This has been a fast-paced final. Haaland on the bicycle kick, cleared off the line by Amsterdam.
Nice
Still
press.
not dealt with the Obram, looking to recycle again. Another chance, little fake shot inside. Cole Palmer miskicks the ball and it goes out for a goal kick.
This is all Auburn. The defensive work from Anders on the first try to push Henry onto the left foot, even though he's perfect really on either side. If he didn't manage to get that extra touch away with the play style activating, he's away and you're not catching him. those corners, a couple of different variations, which I like. The short one all the way to the edge and then recycled in. When you're given those chances, you expect to score at least one of them.
Hang on a minute, step over to Pretty! Oh, the finish wasn't quite.
It feels like the other corner that it's missing is the one taken short and into a player lock.
Near post. Great pace to this final, I've got to say. Both players not wasting any time to get the ball forward. It's a lot of pinged passes, a lot of driven balls through the thirds.
Just two players just going at each other as well, Rich. That's what you want in the grand final.
Oh, what a pass.
Cole Palmer, is he on for a brace? Goalkeeper movement's really aggressive from Anders. Ballbrunt doesn't fall into the trap. He tried to ball roll it, in fact, through the legs of Tejan Anders. And just about Anders holding on to the ball there, Gravison.
One thing that we didn't know back in the years is that Anders is a great defender.
Yep.
The way he player switches into the centre backs, the way he tackles. He might not keep a defensive line, but it doesn't matter because he's so quick player switching.
Speaking of Anders, here's Elise! The world champion is back in front.
It's relentless, not only with the defending but with the attacking as well. He's always creating chances. That pass there opening up the pitch, and I think what you see with his squad selection as well with the draft, he's got utmost confidence in all the attacking players, whether it's Elise, Henry, Ronaldo. They can all do the business for him. We saw it at the FC Pro World Championships with Saka off the right-hand side. Not many people picked him, but he's got so much confidence in the team he's built, in the players that he's utilising, that they will deliver when he calls upon them.
I feel like sometimes you put a cheap player in your team, and you know it's a cheap player, so you might just pass with him, just maybe go, if he has a playstyle plus or finesse.
Like Reinders.
Yeah. But when you're using Michael Olise in the way Anders is using him, you gotta trust him, because he scores everything. Doesn't matter if it's just a finesse, a normal shot, it goes in.
Well, just look down here on my notes. The last player I had on a Ultimate Team database website was Michael Elise. It's funny that we're speaking about him again. 115k, just over that. If you've got the coins laying around, you're looking for a reliable attacker, he's worth every penny.
He is. He has to be one of the MVPs of the whole competition.
What a ball. Has he got the legs in him? R9, can he pull away from Haaland? Can he get around him? It's another huge chance that goes begging.
We said a lot that we don't particularly see Anders hit the first time over the tops that often. Did it then, and it was perfect.
It was. Now the counter-attack. Whoa, what a pass!
Palmer was asking a lot. Buffon had to get a second chance of trying to get that one down.
I gotta tell you, that's smart, because if he's moving the keeper to track Rafa Leao's run, that's a goal. And I feel like when you're playing against Anders, you gotta predict some things, because if not, he's gonna be too quick.
Well, we're hearing there's a few people tuning into the broadcast from around the world. Orzio having a watch party at the moment. Good evening to him. I hope he's enjoying this final as much as we are. Sauer into on ring. What a save again. Buffon, he's just taken out his legs. Save again. And it's actually on the third time of asking. I have no idea how that's bundled into the back of the net. But he will not care.
All the build-up play up to that was really nice. The goal is horrific.
It is.
But it doesn't matter, because you're in a grand final and you're playing for 100k, and you'll take any goal if he's going to get you back into the game.
You might be able to see Obrun's reaction there again on the replay. It sums up that goal. He's just confused.
Absolutely.
He doesn't know how it's gone in. We don't know how it's gone in. There'll be one man that certainly won't want to see it again. There you go, look. That's one way to sum it up. Well, guess what? We're all square again. 31 minutes in, 2-2. This will not be a one-way. Well, one-sided grand final, I should say. Both these two know exactly what's on the line. Omri, nice step over, exit! And there it is! He's been trying to perfect that finish one or two times before. But that's the exit he needed, Gravison.
I think it's a poor defense, in my opinion, in the way I think he had all the time in the world to go for a tackle earlier with Saliba. But again, he had two chances with R9. He missed them because of the precision shooting, which wasn't precise enough. If you leave Anders a space for a third chance, it's going to go in.
You can't allow him to continue to create chances and chances, because the scoreline will also start to mount up. You'll find yourself 5, 6, 7 goals down.
If we compare this final to the one we had in Berlin a few months ago, it's fairly different in the way Auburn's putting up a fight.
It's a very different final, isn't it?
But it's similar to the one he had in FC Prague against PH last year. I mean, both players are fighting against each other. 3-2, all to play.
I score, you score. Quite literally. Just offside. Just looking as well, that Omri. He's in a lot of teams this evening. Again, if you haven't followed the draft and requirements here at the FC Pro Open, this time round for our grand finals, 15 million coins. One rarity item per promo that's come out on Ultimate Team so far, and that's why he costs a third of the budget near enough. 5 million coins, that Omri item. That's what he does, Rich. Anders Vejrgang puts a lot of money into the attack. I mean, looking at two strikers there, that's 9 million.
A lot of people either have Henry or Ronaldo. He's got both. And he's not really got a Palmer or a Salah in that team, because he knows that he can do all the business with 2 strikers.
Quick corner comes in, Haaland on the defensive end for Aubron. Able to pick up the ball without any real danger. We are 5 minutes away from half-time in our grand final.
Good. Lovely pass.
He's through.
Are we into goal square at 3-3? On the edge of the box, you can just see players queuing up. There's Sauer. Did she find the extra pass? Cole Palmer might be able to recycle it. Can he outsmart 1 or 2 defenders? It's a little dink ball into the box. Sauer still just waiting for the extra pass. It very nearly was there. It was nearly let out into Palmer, but defended well by Anders.
Superb defending from Anders. He read the pass. He read the extra sort of wiggle with Palmer. Marked it up really, really well.
You know who took the ball? Theo Hernandez as centre-back. So he doesn't care about the positioning of his team. He doesn't care about order. He cares about players switching, attacking in the right positions.
And aggression.
100%. On the other side, we have Aubron with the partial team press. That's pressing R1 2 times. So it's fairly different defense in the way he's just maintaining order and players switching in the right times, but it works as well. If you're playing at home, you gotta look for Auburn's defense, because I gotta tell you, you will not be able to replicate Anders once.
Birch.
I think when you look at that partial team press as well, it's not allowing Anders to walk with the ball. It's not allowing him to tactical dribble, because he's got someone always on his toes.
Well, is that going to do us for half-time in this grand final?
One more chance, maybe?
I think he has time, yep.
No.
Well,
Unless the ref wants to play this last chance on for Anders, maybe. No, that should do us at the halfway point. Are you enjoying this, London? Let us know. What a grand final this has been so far. 5 goals. He's not happy still. You wouldn't believe he's in front. But something tells me, Gravison, there is still so much more to unfold in this one.
I feel Auburn is attacking really well at the moment. He's going for the space. He's not scared of Anders and the way he's defending aggressively. I do feel like Auburn is lacking a bit of timing on the defense. He's missed time a couple of tackles that cost him a couple of goals as well. I do feel like if Auburn is able to change the way he's defending with the tackles and the timing, he's going to make a comeback.
You see, offensively as well, both of these two, they've missed chances. It's not been perfect FC in the attacking third for them. That was 5 minutes in, a penalty given, and Anders dispatched of it in the top right corner. But not even 120 seconds later, Palmer steps up, Palmer finds the side netting, and that was a tied game. Until Anders Vejrgang clicked into action, Grav.
What a goal. That's a beautiful goal. This wasn't as beautiful, we're honest, because Rafael was able to at last score that goal and
straight back into it.
Straight back into it. Let's go for it.
We'd show you the last goal, but we haven't had time. These two are straight back into the action in the second half. As it currently stands, Anders Vejrgang could be on his way to his third major title in the last 12 months. 4 grand finals he's been part of. Big chance! It's on! Well, it's the biggest gap we've seen in this grand final so far, a 2-goal gap that has gone the way of the world champion. 4-2 he leads.
You can see how it all started with the way he pressed the tackle. He was lucky with the reflect, and Son didn't miss that chance. 4-2, and I feel like Auburn was a bit unlucky on that goal. You can feel the frustration on his face.
Yeah.
He was unlucky.
We had early goals in the first half. We've got early goals in the second half as well. Now, the question is, how does Oberon react when he's got a couple of goals to make up?
Again, if we go back in time a few months, qualifiers, 7-0 Oberon. That's 7 games, 1-0 lost. Top of the group, but I don't think he found himself in a position in which he was losing by 2 goals and then come back. So it's a tough match for him at the moment.
Sort of been his downfall. He gets into these scenarios, Oberon, but unable to finish the job sometimes. Such a consistent player. It's a famous line you've said before, Richard, but some players often play their final before they get there. Oberon might not be in that situation. Has to make this count, though, of Omri. Has he got too much time? Has he wasted the chance? That really should have been a 4-3 goal, and he's wasted it.
We talk about chances. We talk about how if you want to win a final, you gotta score every single chance you have. That's huge.
Finesse plus. Why didn't he just open up his body and Henry-esque just place it past him into the opposite corner?
I think that was a big mistake. Yeah. This could be.
Is that the tipping point?
It could be it. Yeah.
Granovich coming forward. Anders can smell a 5th goal.
If he can find it, it would just give him that all-important breathing space that he needs.
This was that chance there. Speed boost, electric. He's through on goal. Anders teased him with the goalkeeper. He brought it, he's dropped back, he dropped back. Look at that. Saying he's in his head.
I gotta watch the replay. I think he decided to go for the finesse, and at the last moment he cancelled it. He double
bluffed himself.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he could find an all-important 5th now.
It's a lot of space though when he goes forward, I'll be honest.
It's aggressive there from Jaap Stam. Is he going to be caught out? Maybe he will. Thierry Henry! That time! He didn't waste the opportunity.
You've almost got 2 completely opposite players. When the way that Anders is defending is playing into Oberon's best attribute, which is those first time through balls around the corner. And the space which is there in behind that defence is allowing him to be in this game still.
Okay, if we break down defensively how Anders defends, he's going to play switch into a centre-back and try to cover the driven pass. So what can you do? You go for a triangle inside the pitch. So to do that, you got to go for a winger and then an incisive pass. That's what he's doing. And I feel like that's the answer to match the way Anders defends.
Yeah.
It's such a fascinating game. And that time as well, the finish, no messing about.
He sort of still went for the near post there. I'm surprised it trickled in for Oberon. Yeon-min Son into Henry, big save. That would have been the perfect reply as we approach our last 29 in-game minutes here in our grand final. It's crazy to think for Anders Vejrgang. This is only technically his 3rd full season he's been able to compete. He sort of joined the season halfway through back in, what would it be now?
Played the Nations tournament in 2022.
He came and played a 2v2, won a 2v2 World Championship title as well. And ever since then,
what a ball.
He's made 3 out of 3 World Championships. And if he wins this now, at 19 years of age, he was only his 19th birthday just a few days ago, it would have $800,000 at 19, with still so much to play this season. Can't quite fathom what he's been able to achieve. R9, step overs are nice. Fortunate enough, Van der Sar save was strong enough to power that one out for a corner.
Wow. I feel like now all of us, people at the crowd, people at home, us commentators have a chance to just take a deep breath, because I feel like this is going too quick in a way. We have 25 minutes left, and it seems like Oberon is struggling a lot against Anders' pressure. I feel like every time Anders has the ball, he's able to just convert in a chance inside the box.
Well, he's paused the game for a reason or another. He's not happy. He's in a winning position still. Quick corner comes in. He's done that before. With Jonathan Tah, if you remember in the group stages, it was an acrobatic finish he scored there.
Against Nicholas, yes.
Very nearly, Gravison finding a goal that has already been scored today, the acrobatic finish with Erling Haaland.
Yeah. Now it's a Haaland v Haaland situation in defense, so it's different.
He's moved Henry over to his left-hand side, Oberon, as well.
Yep. That's surely Giobi special, his coach.
Maybe a finesse shot, opening up on the right foot.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's Diogo Dalot. He's arguably the weakest
That's
player.
why you do it, yeah. But Douglas Luiz is everywhere.
That's offside.
Is he on? No, he's not. Can he get around the goalkeeper? Anders Vejrgang back in pole position.
Oh, you can tell how much he wants it.
You wait until that full-time whistle goes. He will let everybody know.
I didn't think he was offside for a second.
I thought it was offside. I think everyone thought it was offside.
What's more impressive though, Gravison, you get into that area, you've got so much time to think about it. He remained composed.
For me, that in that instance, you can go for a chip shot, you can go for a finesse shot. What about just letting go of the controller?
Wait. Press circle.
That's it. Incredible.
Which, believe it or not, sounds the most simplest thing to do.
But it's the hard thing to do as well.
One of the things that I think people don't sort of realise he does so much, very Tex-esque, when Tex would just stand on the ball. He'll wait, give it half a second, and then quickly move. Anders is really good at just technical dribbling, just slowing the pace right down, waiting to see how people will move, and then exploiting the space. This was the offside. He's so tight.
Look at the boot. You can see the blue boot in there. It's just so
But
close.
if CAR wants to come into FC26, that might have been an arm offside.
I'd have the flag up.
I would argue with that. The blue boot was just...
Our defender. It's always side with the defenders. Not long to go. Change has been made by Oberon.
I won't say what I'm looking at the screen because Anders' headset is off, and that will give him a competitive advantage. But obviously, Oberon is changing things up at the moment. So maybe we could ask Anders to put a headset on, tell people at home, and then we can explain it.
Here we go. 20 minutes, Brandon. 20 minutes to find out if Anders can have one of the best 12 months ever that any player has had.
Well, I was just looking here. A win here would guarantee $530,000
in 12 months.
In 12 months. It's not bad, is it?
No.
And that's not even including his salary, which I don't even
What a player
think how
switch.
much that's going to be. Cole Palmer. Big chance for Oberon. He's not done yet.
It's not over.
One lapse in concentration and Oberon will jump straight onto that. He made the changes and there is still so much time to play.
Look at the player switching to Haaland. Again, that was beautiful, but then he panicked. I don't think that pass was necessary. Cole Palmer took the chance, scored it. 4-5.
What a final.
What a final.
I think there were a lot of people a little bit nervous about where this final could go. If Anders was come out and dominate and go 5, 6, 7, 8-0 up, and we've seen games like that today. Those quarterfinals were so convincing. But as we've drawn closer, as we got into the semis, the games got tighter, the nerves picked up, and the quality of matches that we've seen from semi-finals to final is exquisite.
It's how he reacts. It's how he reacts.
Oh!
It's 3 big chances throughout this game where he's got into those areas. It's a trademark Anders Vejrgang step over into a finish, and they've just been off target.
Henry back down the middle.
Hello, what a sprint exit that is. Thierry Henry. He could pull away from Amsterdam, but he just didn't have enough in him to get past Erling Haaland.
That was a beautiful manual tackle in the way Jan Stam looked for the ball, and now he has another chance. Look!
How confident is Oberon feeling?
Oh.
It's a really clever pass.
Theo Hernandez.
Hernandez bundling between a few players there.
Did he go to the wrong side?
I don't think he did. I just didn't expect Theo Hernandez to win that battle. But it's Theo Hernandez.
You've been doing this for a long time this season. You never doubt Theo Hernandez. He's the best player on the game.
Even at his team of the week we're looking at. Still ridiculous. A long 12 minutes left in this one still.
The ball just seems to be bouncing Oberon's way.
Especially in the last 5 minutes, Richard.
Anders got a chance to kill it right now.
The goal would certainly do that, plus all the confidence that has been formed in that fourth goal from Oberon. Another big win back there for the Italian. Can he start to build now? What a switch of play that is.
What a pass.
Lands perfectly onto the feet of the Portuguese winger, Rafael Leao. Can he win that 1v1 duel against Diego Dalot? Yes, he can. Omri, it's about reworking the chance in now. Well read there by Anders Vejrgang.
Incredible defense with the player switching. Whoa.
It's how many attacks can you survive? There's one you've survived. Now trying to survive another one. De Jong, can he feed him through? What a tackle. That should go for a goal kick.
What a poor pass, Frankie de Jong. We need more from you.
What a tackle, though.
As well, yeah.
Two major calls and decisions that Anders has made there, which has allowed him to just survive the pressure.
That switch of play from right to left, Cole Palmer opening up his body and full manual switching it that Oberon's doing is getting him success.
It's a high line now. If you get into this situation, he can pull away. That tackle was everything there from William Saliba because Michael Elise was just waiting at the back post. Back to you, Oberon. Time ticking away. 5 in-game minutes left. Are we in for a 5-5? Are we in for extra time? Maybe. Decisions are everything. Massive jump. Oh! Missed by Cole Palmer. And he might not get a chance like that again.
What a chance. The Finals Plus as well. It went wide. Do you think that was the precision shooting?
Has to be. Has to be. Was that Oberon's last chance?
Back to Anders Vejrgang. Look at the space. He can conclude it now. An FC Pro Championship win. No. Back to you, Oberon. Oh no.
Oh.
I think everyone felt that all there, didn't they?
Frankie de Jong has to go off the pitch. What is he doing?
Last minute and a half away.
Wow. Wow.
Such small margins. Can we have a look at that Palmer chance again? Let's have a look at this, because it's unbelievable play. The extra pass, Palmer makes the run.
Oh. Look at Giovi's reaction, look at the crowd's reaction.
Everyone thought he were in. Could he have time to take a touch?
Nah, I don't think so.
He got hit it first time.
I think it had to be...
Is Anders getting flashback to last year?
He might.
That final last year will live in the memory. Whenever you get into these tight games in grand finals, it will come to you.
But now he has the experience, especially after World Championship. He knows how to do stuff differently.
To comprehend what this man is achieving right now as well, Grayson. 12 months ago, he's in this grand final. He's back in it again, and since then, he's become a world champion.
What can we say? Arguably one of the GOATs of this esport, for sure.
Is he the GOAT?
I guess we'll see.
If he wins this one. Because the only thing that I can see missing from his accolades and trophies, if he wins this one, is an E-Champions League. Other than that...
On his way to the Grand Slam of FC.
He's done it all when he's only 19.
The Golden Slam, right? He's looking for it.
He just needs 1.5 in-game minutes. And he will be an FC Pro Open champion.
Will he get one chance?
Will he win the ball back up, Brum?
9 goals, 3 minutes, you were thinking? 3 additional?
Well, he's only been +1 the last couple of 90 minutes I've seen here. Free kick given away again, more seconds gone. More time for replays. More time to suck every single in-game second out of the game.
We saw this earlier from Anders. He didn't waste any time whatsoever in terms of... He wasted as much time as possible, shall I say. He didn't let there be any singular moment where he could have done more.
As you can see, the clock is ticking.
Yeah.
How much added time? That will really tell us what's happening here. There's $100,000 on the line here if you're wondering why he's taking every single second he can.
3 minutes.
Well, he's won the World Championship. He's won the Euros and E-Pokal as well in Germany last year. Is he about to be an FC Pro Open champion winner as Oberon?
One chance.
Got one perfect chance in him. Everything has to be perfect from the Italian. Wins it back, Anders. Ball goes back in the hands of Ombron. Where's that one going to bounce to? 45 in-game seconds away from an FC Pro Open win. You'd like to say he's home and dry. Are we witnessing one of the best FC Pro players we have ever seen? Anders Vejrgang, FC Pro Open champion.